In today's video, we're going to talk about how radar detectors work and how to properly install one. Let's go ahead and get started.
So, how do radar detectors work? Well, they receive radio waves from a radar gun, and this causes the detector to go off. The frequency of those waves allows the radar gun to calculate the speed of your car. So, are they legal? In most cases, yes, but it's definitely worthwhile to look at your local laws. For California, they're legal, but you're not supposed to have anything mounted to the windshield. And having this mounted to my windshield is just another opportunity for a ticket.
This is the rat nest I'm talking about. This is just way too much stuff going on over here. So the main issue with having my radar detector super low is obviously it's front and center, so it limits my visibility first and foremost. And when you have a detector, you want it to be as high as possible on the windshield. That way, you know, it can look over hills, look through your rear window. And another issue is that the glove box won't close all the way because this wire has to go through here for the 12 volt. And yeah, this caused the wire to be damaged and does not look good. And when I was driving, I noticed that, you know, when I was making left and right turns, this would keep swinging. So this wire actually left a mark on the radio. That's why I have a piece of tape right here. And the last thing I don't like about this setup is that the radar detector is right there, and it just makes it obvious I have something on the windshield. So let's go ahead and change this. So the first step we're going to do to install this is basically uninstall everything. So I'm going to remove this old piece of garbage phone holder because anytime I hit a bump, it just didn't hold on. So that's why I got this one, which this one looks amazing. So let's go ahead and do that. And there we have, our radar detector is out. This is the radar detector that we're going to be reinstalling today essentially, and that's the Uniden R7. And oh my goodness, you guys, I'm in love with this thing. If you ever get the chance to buy one, highly suggest you do it because it's only what, like 450 bucks, and a ticket is about that much. So if this prevents you from getting one ticket, it pays itself off essentially. But a couple quick highlights about this. I like this because the range is amazing. So usually when this goes off, you get about 2.5 mile distance before you actually see the police, giving you plenty of time to slow down, you know. It has front, rear, and side to side, so you know where the radar is coming from. It has red light camera warning, which is amazing. And right here you can mark, you know, hot spots basically. So if there's a cop always in a certain location, you can mark it and it'll, you know, detect that. Other stuff about this, I just love it. This thing is, you know, probably saved me from a ticket or two. And Uniden always has the latest updates, so you know, the GPS, red light camera, everything is up to date, so you're gonna be safe with this. When you get your radar detector, the very first thing you want to do is plug it to your computer and update it, you know, if possible at all. And Uniden makes it super easy. You just go to their website, find your detector, and they have a list of update history. And the reason why you want to do this is you want to make sure you have the latest firmware if there's any bugs or fixes. It also updates the GPS and all that jazz. So once your radar detector is updated, we're going to need to install it. But what do we need? So this is going to be a rear view mirror mount right here. This was only like 20 bucks on Amazon, and this is made for Uniden products. Also, we're going to use a radar detector power cord, and as you can see, there's still USBs, so you can still use your 12 volt outlet, and the end is actually an Ethernet cable, which I'm pretty sure most radar detectors use. And lastly, we're gonna need, you know, plastic trim removal tools because you don't want to damage the plastic. You can get away with using a screwdriver, but highly suggest just wrapping it in some sort of microfiber towel or cloth, preventing scratches and damages to your plastic panels.
For the installation, all we need to do is pop off the A-pillar, assemble the mount, and attach it to the rear view mirror. Once that's done, we can plug the power cord in the glove box and tuck in the wires.
So now that the cable is out, what I'm gonna do is plug it into the radar detector and start tucking it. Once the headliner portion is done, what we're gonna do is just tuck this in this A-pillar right here. Pop this in place. All right, that's good. Once we've completed the A-pillar, all we need to do is just tuck it behind this. And oh my goodness, look at that. This thing is coming along. Just making sure the trim looks nice and neat. Dude, you can't even see it at all, and I'm pretty sure this won't fall out because it's pretty snug in there. Make sure everything is plugged in. All right, and that's solid. Now that we've got this place where I want it to be, one thing that's bothering me is this. So essentially the mount isn't tight enough on this, and what do you expect? It's aftermarket. So let's go ahead and fix that. This is gonna be the solution. We just have 2 layers of duct tape put on there, and let's mount it up. And let's take a listen. OMG! Look at that, no more rattling. I would have been super annoyed if I found that out on the freeway, but now this is solid. And that's gonna be it for the install. You know, I'm really happy with how it turned out. It was super easy to install. And first and foremost, I have a lot better visibility than before. Second of all, the radar is finally high enough to where it's pointing out the rear window, and just looking inside the cabin space is just so much nicer to look at, you know, without everything being down the middle. And finally, the glove box closes. Oh my goodness. Every day I was just driving and looking at that thing, scratching it, you know, seeing it scratch the radio, and I was just like, dude, this is too much right here. On a brand new car especially. But that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you guys, if you're planning to install a radar detector, hopefully this has helped you out. And sorry I haven't uploaded a video in like almost a month, but you know, life gets busy. This is just a side thing that I'm doing. Hopefully it turns into my main thing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that's gonna cut it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.